middle school spring sports assembly. What we're going to do is call your coaches up one by one. They'll give a little brief summary about the season, hand out their certificates. We'll do 2 claps when they call your name, and then we'll do the 2 award winners. The award winners, please stick around in the back afterwards. Get your picture by Mr. Chris Gay. And then as well as if you've not turned your uniforms or equipment in, parents, please help me out on this. Please get it to your coaches as soon as possible. Lastly, physicals are usually expired about this time, so go ahead and plan on getting that from you too. Okay? With that, we're going to go ahead and get started with our middle school girls soccer coach, my favorite coach, Ryan Batchelor.
All right, good afternoon, welcome. My name is Coach Batchelor, and I have the pleasure of coaching the girls soccer team this year. And before I start, I want to give a huge thank you to all my team's parents for being flexible as things change throughout the season. I also want to thank Sophia James. She stepped up and became our team mom. She made sure the girls had snacks and drinks after every game. Also, I want to thank Megan Trapp for being a jack of all trades. She helped us get extra uniforms. She informally became our assistant coach at the end of the season and served as team counselor / emotional support along with Lucas here. And thank you for all you did at practices and games, Lucas. I think his favorite part of the job was telling girls they had to run when they were late. We really enjoyed that. At this time, I will call up the team, starting with the 5th graders. 5th graders, Helene Platt, Caitlin Harris, Evie Holmes, Brianna James, Marissa King, Morgan Loki, Kiara Perez, Phoebe Simmons, Tabby Trapp, and Alexa Weber. 6th graders, Mackenzie Easter and Ayana Kiani. 7th graders, Sarah El-Sayed, Maya Greenberg, Jackie Suh, and Talon Trapp. And 8th graders, Isabella Baker, Kennedy Chambers, Paige Chambers, Isabella Diener, Ruby Dozier, Sarah Khan, and Reese Little. All right, as you can see, we had a rather large team this year, which is great. 8th graders, you did an amazing job taking the young ones under your wings and helping out, being leaders, and setting a good example. 7th graders, you stepped up throughout the year and are ready to take on that leadership role next season. We had 2 6th graders on the team, both new to soccer. We got some valuable experience on the field and showed great progression. And then, in a league in which many teams didn't take 5th graders, we had 10 of y'all on our roster, and they are ferocious, to say the least. Middle school sports are less about wins and losses and more about learning and what it means to be part of a team, developing skills and improving along the way. One example I can show of this was a drill we did almost every day called one-touch passing. The girls got in 2 different lines and would pass back and forth, switching lines each time. If they took more than 1 touch or the ball went too far offline, we had to restart and we recorded their record after 2 minutes. After the first week we did this drill, our record was single digits. Y'all remember that? By the end of the season, I would have to stop the girls once they reached 100 passes so that we could move on to other drills. Now, instead of a normal speech, I asked the players to write down some of their favorite moments from the season, and I'm going to read them off. Phoebe said, getting to spend time with my teammates and getting to know each other as a team and being wingback with Isabella Diener. Isabella Baker said, in the very first game against EDS when I assisted Reese's perfect goal, the first goal of the season. Reese said, Isabella Baker's perfect assist. Lucas said, we were a unified unit this year, and even though we didn't win every game, we worked so hard. Paige said, Meg. Very profound. Her sister Kennedy said that one drill in practice that me and Jackie couldn't figure out, so I yelled at Coach Batchelor and he made me run. Kennedy was our leading lap runner this year, but she did eventually figure out the drill and did very well. Alexa said being goalie for a whole game and only letting in 1 goal. Isabella Diener said, my favorite part was seeing Tabby score all the goals. Tabby said scoring my first goal of the season drew a picture of a crawfish named Rufus. Rufus. Thank you, Marissa. I'll probably correct it. Maya said playing our first game versus eventual league champion EDS and winning the first half 1-0. Ruby said, my favorite part of the season was when we scored our first goal in a league game after 2 years of hard work. Jackie said, everyone overall worked so well together, even though there were some arguments throughout the season, but I loved our team and had so much fun. And Ayana said, my favorite part was seeing the whole team work together to play our very best game at the end of the season during our last game. So thank you girls for an awesome season. 8th graders, you will be missed. And to the other 16 of you up here, I hope you return. And now for my 2 award winners. First, the Cavalier Award, given to one of the toughest middle school girls I know. She was a 3-year starter and never took a playoff. If you came out to any of our games this year, chances are you saw her knock down a girl or two. Ruby Dozier. And next, the MVP, given to another 3-year starter. She was the leading goal scorer last year and the second leading goal scorer this year. She was a leader on and off the field and has become a stud of a soccer player over these last 3 years, Reese Little. And that is our 2022 middle school girls soccer team.
Thank you. All right, next up is our boys soccer team, Coach Matthew Morgan.
Hi y'all, Mr. Morgan, Coach Morgan, and I have the privilege of coaching our middle school boys soccer team. Let's go ahead and get them up on the stage. 6th grade, Brady Coker. Zach Crossley, Adam Diener, Hayes Ellington, Sharksville Harbin, Caleb Hogan, Rowan Servant, Emmanuel Telfer. All right, 7th grade, Brant Caldwell, Carter Chase, Ollie Clapp, A.D. Doppelapudi, Wynn Vaughn, Patrick Dillerinton. 8th grade, we have Thomas Lane Estes and J.R. Weber. I have a much shorter speech. We had a tough season this year in many respects, but I am really proud of these guys for never giving up, for always competing hard against much older and much more experienced competition. Their best soccer is ahead of them. I think we return like 95% of the team next year, so I can't wait to see what you guys accomplish. I have 2 awards. Our first is our MVP award. This should come as a surprise to absolutely no one. This athlete was the unquestioned leader of our team. His jokes and his positive attitude kept everyone upbeat, myself included. I truly don't know what I would have done without him this year. Oh, and did I mention he's also a pretty dang good goalkeeper. Please congratulate Thomas Lane Estes. Our Coach's Award goes to a player with a big mouth, but also a really big heart. Despite still somehow being slower than me, an old, decrepit leprechaun, this athlete improved dramatically from 6th to 7th grade. Please congratulate our leading goal scorer, Wynn Vaughn. We have fun. Okay, thank you, everyone.
All right, while we're waiting for them to sit down, this next group, I want to give a special thank you to the coaches and the players on the middle school baseball teams for their patience. In all my years here, there's just so many challenges. We had 3 teams in the league drop out at different times, so they had to make new schedules. We had rainouts, we had shortage of officials, just a lot of things, and they stuck together and got the season done, so I appreciate them doing that. So next up, middle school, Coach Oliver Spratt.
Good afternoon. I want to thank Coach Baxter for giving me the opportunity to coach the middle school baseball team. I've done it for the past, I guess, 3 years. The first 2 years, COVID really hurt us, so we really didn't play. And I had Miss Williams to help me, Jeannie Williams to help me. And then I had her dad, Mr. Morrison, to really help out. And this year, Mr. Jones stepped up and helped me out. So I really appreciate it. All the middle school baseball players, you guys hold a special place within my heart. I really enjoy you guys. So what I'm going to do now is call you guys up here so that you can get your certificate and we can have everyone to look at you. All right, so first up is Grayson Randolph. Joe Markwater. Fred McIntyre. Ethan Ray. Jalen Mason. Kobe Locke. Stephen Sterling. Scott Williams. Jonathan Jones. Charlie Peter. Chase Jackson. Rod Bullock. Slow, Chase. Hey, you guys, y'all look over here at me. I really want to thank you guys. One of the guys that's standing up there, and most of the middle school know, is Joe. Joe is special. I mean, every day, Joe, you are special. All right, so the most improved award is going to go to Chase Jackson. And the MVP is going to go to Raj Bullock. Ladies and gentlemen, the middle school baseball team.
All right, last but not least is our middle school track and field teams, Coach Shook.
The kids would have killed me if I forgot our hardware, so we brought it with us. Good afternoon, everybody. We had a very successful season this year, and I feel like we grew tremendously from last spring. Our girls didn't finish as well last year, but considering we had 9 total, finished in second place, is a pretty good follow-up. So give our girls a round of applause for that real quick. Now, boys. Do we need to bring up the single-digit points from last year to finish last, or just say y'all outscored everybody and won first place this year? So y'all give them a round of applause for that. On top of having some of our best finishes in recent years, we also had 3 new records set for our middle school program. 2 of those belong to a 6th grader. One of them belongs to an 8th grader who we tried for 3 years to get to run track, and he's just, I'm not a track runner. So y'all give Bella Baker a round of applause for her long jump and 300 meters. And Steven Stallings a round of applause for his 100 hurdles. I could not be more proud of the effort and intensity that both of our teams put forth this season. So let me stop wasting time and welcome up our athletes. In our 5th grade class, we have Helene Clapp, Molly Giles, Evie Holmes, Marissa King, Tabby Trapp, Matthew Abbey, Sammy Amati, Lucas Ngayon. These are our 5th graders. Our 6th grade class is Bella Baker, Lily Lambert, Zach Krausen, Hayes Ellington, Fred Mack, Colin Murphy, and Emmanuel Telford. 7th grade, we have Sarah El Sayed, Carter Chavis, Ali Clapp, Sawyer Gates, Noah Kimbrough, Jalen Mason, Abram McDonald, Nick Ngayon, Dason Zane. And then our 8th graders, we have Thea Sway, Ruby Dozier, Thomas Lane Estes, Jonathan Jones, Lucas Ray, Stephen Stallings, and Aaron Wayne. For a track team, they move real slow, I'm sorry. Alright guys, so these are your 2021-2022 Augusta Prep Cav middle school track teams. With that being said, we are graduating out, meaning we're sending off to 8th grade, only 7 of our kids. So that means our team next year should be stacked and ready to repeat. Our award winners for this year, the first one we're doing is the most improved, and this award is going to go to the kid that we felt coming from the start of the season to the end of the year grew the most. This first one, I believe this was her first year running track and field, and any time that Coach Rocker, myself, or even Coach Palermo would go up to her and be like, hey, we need you to try this, can you give it a shot? She'd be like, yeah, and she'd struggle at first, but she'd eventually end up doing it, and then she wound up running in a full 5 events in the championship. So let's give it up for Thea Sway. And our other most improved is going to go to the kid who came out this season as a distance runner. I mean, who does that? And then turned out to be a sprinter, a hurdler, and a jumper. The complete polar opposites. So let's give it up for Dason Zane. And then our other award is going to go to our most outstanding athlete. And there are a lot of criteria that goes into this, but the main one that we went based off of for this year, because of how well everybody did through the season, was who are our high point athletes during the championship meet. So for our girls team, that would be Miss Ruby Dozier, I think. There you are. And Stephen Stallings. Again, thank you for everything you guys did this year. Parents, thank you for your continued support. And let's go win them both next year, y'all.
All right, remember, award winners in the back, see Mr. Chris Kay. Great job by everybody, and personally, I look forward to coming here next year and watching y'all get after it again. Thank you for coming.